Hello everyone. So today I want to briefly discuss about pigmentation, especially because most of us suffer from patchy pigmentation, which is distributed in an uneven pattern all over the face. The commonest problem that most of them come to me with is perioral pigmentation. That's pigmentation which is distributed around your mouth area, including a bit of your chin and the corners of your lips. So this could happen because of many reasons. Firstly, the most common thing is that you have a tendency to produce pigment in these areas. That is, your pigment cells in this area have the tendency to genetically produce more amount of pigment either on exposure to UV light or otherwise. So sometimes if you incidentally feel that you have this increased pigmentation around the mouth area post childbirth or post weight gain, then there could be an additive factor such as a hormonal imbalance, which is the main reason why you could be having this. Another really common reason is iron deficiency or vitamin B12 deficiency, which I commonly feel, if corrected, can take care of this problem entirely. So perioral pigmentation also can happen in people who have yeast overgrowth on their skin. Like in my last video, I have clearly explained about the normal skin flora, that is the normal organisms that live on our skin. And in certain conditions, for example, when the weather is more humid and our skin tends to produce more oil from the oil glands, especially in this case where the oil glands are concentrated more in these areas around the mouth, on the corners of your nose and the inner corners of your lids. So the yeast tends to grow or pile up or build up in these areas in certain weather conditions, which can cause local inflammation and so a post-inflammatory pigmentation. Either ways, the best way of treating it is first to take care of the local inflammation if there is any, either secondary to an infection, or if there is an underlying nutritional deficiency or a hormonal imbalance, then we have to take care of that first, and post which we can take care of the pigmentation with the help of a certain creams or applications which contain the usual AHAs like glycolic acid or kojic acid. And most of the times what happens is this pigmentation is usually a deeper pigment. That is, the pigment molecules are settled many layers under the surface of your skin. In this case, I find Q-switch laser most beneficial in these patients. So we usually do Q-switch treatments in sessions where the laser light tends to break down the pigment very safely without affecting the superficial areas of your skin, without altering the natural microflora that is present on your skin. So in these sessions, I usually time them 3 to 4 weeks away. So we give the skin that much time to recuperate, and we slowly increase the fluence or the energy on the device, which will suit your skin type, so that the best possible result is delivered over a short period of time. So these Q-switch sessions can be spaced once in a month, and they can be done for 6 to 8 times to help with the pigmentation that's present around the mouth. I personally am not a fan of performing chemical peels for this pigment which is present around the mouth, because most of the times your AHA creams can take care of the superficial pigmentation